What up, crew? So I have an idea and I'm about to start doing it. So we're just hopping right in. But before we hop right in, I wanted to show you my painting that I finally painted. Ta-da! Look how cute! I love succulents. This is my very awkward cactus sitting on a sill with birds flying in the distance. Oh, such skill. I'm an artist. Wow. So my idea for today. P.S. If you like this look, I filmed it on my beauty channel, so go check it out over there. It should be up before this one, but honestly with me and my editing, you never know. So check that out if you haven't already and if you're interested. If not, I have this bougie bottle of Prosecco because you know what? It's just time to be. So it's called La Marca. La Marca? I don't know. But it's Italian. It's got this really festive cap. It's just beautiful. I buy it at Costco. It's like $13 or $14. Freaking love it. I think it tastes like pears. There's no pears in it. There's peaches apparently, which I don't taste, but I love it. So we're going to pop it. We're going to see if I can do it in one go. So my plan of the day is I'm going to have some wine. I'm going to edit my beauty video. And then later, I've been watching a ton of... Wow. Look at that cloud coverage. So I've been watching a ton of Shark Tank and I've noticed some interesting things and I just have a lot to say when I watch this show lately. So I'm going to have some wine, I'm going to edit some video, and then I'm going to watch Shark Tank with y'all after I've had a few beverages and I'm going to share my thoughts. So I'm going to do that and then I'll come back when it's time to critique. So till later. Alright y'all. Had some food. I've done some editing. I did not complete my editing, but I got a good chunk done. I've had some wine. I still have some wine. And we're going to turn on Shark Tank, and we're just going to see what happens. So let me situate this, and my plan is I'll watch a bit of it, pause it, give you guys the scoop, and then let you guys know intermittently what's going on and my personal thoughts on it. So give me a second. Okay, so we're on season 8. This is episode 23. As you can see, these people have a real llama. Their product is called Guard Llama. I don't know if they're gonna have a real llama, but I'm just gonna say that they want 5% for $100,000, which will put their company at a net worth of $1 million. $2 million. So, as per usual, the sharks never get involved if it's under, like, 10%. Sometimes they'll go in for, like, 7.5%, but no one that I've ever seen in the couple seasons that are on Netflix have ever taken a 5% deal. And I feel like they're gonna say, it's really cute, but I'm out. Update, it's not the llama. The llama is, like, their mascot, I guess. But it's a little, like, fob that you push in the case of an emergency. So you push the fob, it's got a GPS tracker in it. Yeah, and you have to set up a profile. So they claim in less than 30 seconds, if you push this button, the police will know like where you are and what you look like, and they'll go and save you. But I'm thinking, I don't know how precise those things are. Aren't they like within 100-meter radius or something? I don't know. And they're gonna have problems with updating the tracker like online. I can see it. I'm gonna bet it's a great idea, but everyone's gonna be out. We ended with Mr. Wonderful looking like this. So many of them said what I had said. We're like, it's my product, like there's liability and blah, blah, blah. They were just not having it. But Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, and Barbara both put in an offer, and they took Barbara's offer. So I was wrong. I will give a heads up. I might get fired up. Mark Cuban gets me really annoyed. And Chris, I don't know his last name, who's occasionally on, he gets me really annoyed too. And the two of them together, I cannot fathom. So they're both in this episode, so brace yourself for a feisty time. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, I'm all kinds of irritated. Because this friggin' idiot It drives me crazy. Okay, so I'm not a tech person. I mean, I edit my own videos, but I'm not super tech savvy. These people, this company is called Validated. I think they're doing $250,000 for 8%, which is kind of a weird number. But anyways, their whole thing was helping people to get parking through going into physical stores. So yes, it was a little bit complicated, but they've been around, I don't know when this was filmed, I'd say approximately a year. So their whole thing was, there's certain stores that have signed up to be part of their service. You spend X amount of money and you get a credit, and that credit goes towards, I don't know if it was a drive or just parking, but it helps you get to these places. So is it a little bit complicated? Yes. But I would agree that their business plan makes sense. Like, the focus at the end of the day is giving people credit to get them to go to stores, because parking can be a freaking nightmare, especially in like downtown cores where it's expensive. So Chris's whole thing was,
well, it's as simple as you go there and you get a free parking.
And so I'm like, okay, but it's not an instant thing, and typically if you are there, you have to pay ahead of time. So I don't know exactly. I would be curious to get to know more. I mean, at this point, no one's getting anything for parking. You just pay $11 an hour to go hang out downtown. So are people going to go into a downtown? I avoid downtown like the plague, because there's nothing there. There's restaurants, but that's it. It's far from me, and driving here is a nightmare. So, and currently you can't go anywhere anyways, but when you can, it's just, I don't know. And it's expensive. So, I mean, at least this is something. I'm sure people would get into it if they had the right person behind it, advertising it, and helping to fine-tune it instead of just pew-pewing it, like, out of this world. So Mark gave this long spiel. Everyone else just like, this is complicated, so I'm out. Which is kind of like, you're lame, but okay. And then so they use QR codes to, get credits, and everyone's their own whatever. It's kind of like, I got this email about surveys, and every survey you do, you get like a credit, and it's up to the surveyor to give you whatever they want, whether it's $5 credit, $1 credit, blah, 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 blah. This isn't new age technology. I guess with that, it's just you finish the survey and you get your credit. But there's no way for them to tie that in. It would have to be some kind of code that you scan, which is easier to just boop and scan it rather than having to like type it in. With something, I guess Chris owns Uber, which is like, okay, cool. Yes, people have heard of Uber. That's, I guess, your big thing, which is fine. But with Uber, you type it in and they come get you, and it's linked to your debit, credit, whatever card that you put into the system. That's not their model. Their model is to build stuff on their system and then credit you whenever you choose to credit whatever. So I appreciated it. It did sound a little complicated, but he just annoys me. Chris, if you're watching this, which you're not, but if you are, you're too cool for school and you need to calm down. That's how I feel. I'm a feisty lady. I've had some wine. He irritates me. Let's see what happens next. The new product is coming. Nobody bought into their deal. Disappointed. It could have been something. Not at that value though. That was expensive. This group is Guardian Bikes, and they make their own bikes, but their main focus is the braking system. It's essentially like in cars, the anti-brake lock thing, so you don't fly off your bike, which personally I've never had that problem, but I never went that fast on a bike anyways, and I always use both of my brakes, so flipping over wasn't an issue until I hit something. Anyways, that's a story for another time. But in any case, this creates an even distribution in the braking so that, it's safer, you stop faster, whatever. So everyone else was out. Mr. Wonderful gave a bargain, then he was like, disrespect, because you didn't pick me in 87 seconds, I'm out. Blech. Mark Cuban was over there, blah, blah, and then he let other people talk, and then he was at the last minute, was like,
I know it, but it's based on contingencies.
So his thing was like, he wanted to make sure it was truly like the only thing of its kind in terms of the braking system. Mr. Wonderful didn't want them making bikes anymore. He was like, no, focus on this braking system. I don't want you to do bikes. And their thing was, our brake costs like $4. We're not going to make enough money just focusing on the brakes. And their other issue is they couldn't get into the larger retailers who sell bikes, because the issue was, and this made sense to me, if they put it on some of their bikes and not on other bikes, then it was a problem of people not really trusting them, and that they could be sued, because why not put it on all of your bikes, which makes sense to me. So they were like, hey, well, we'll sell to who wants it, but also we're just going to make our own bikes because this makes sense, and we're going to push it to people who want the safest bikes. So he was like, hey, I want to make sure this is legit, fine. There's something else I can't remember because I don't like him, and I was like, okay. Oh, that they meet their sales quota in like 6 to 12 months, and they're like, okay. And then that, I don't remember. I don't know. It was something that I just straight up rolled my eyes at. Oh, that they hire an internal PR person because he doesn't believe that they're capable, which is something they admitted, that like marketing wasn't their strong suit. And I'm like, internal to their company? Because that's not really fair. Like, they're already doing all this work, they've designed it, blah, blah, blah. They're hiring you to help them. Yes, to give them money, but also to get their help. But the fact that they have to go out and find a PR person that Mark approves of, like, if Mark has people that he trusts, I don't know why he wouldn't just be like, this is a good person, here you go. Because you need an adult to help you feel. I don't appreciate him. Gwendol's annoyed with me. Okay, that is the end of this episode. There's like a 1:13, which is probably these kids being like, oh my god, I'm so happy we got a deal. He took $500 for 20%. I don't know. Anyways, they got a deal. They were happy with it. So we're gonna move on to the next episode and see what happens. And I'm praying Mark's always on it, but I'm praying Chris is not. Mark annoys me too, but the qualms that are typical, I didn't see them as much in this episode. So let's see what happens in the second episode of the evening. Please hold. Thompson tea apparently helps with sweat, like doesn't show your sweat stains, which I just presume means it's not a breathable fabric. And, I'm sure that people are going to love it. But they want $700,000 for 7%, which is freaking expensive. And I can't do math, but that means $100,000 for 1%, which I think is $10 million. So we'll see what happens. I feel like, I think Lori is going to be like, ooh, yes, infomercials, QVC, bleh. I personally believe Lori's going to get in on this. So realize something. It is just a t-shirt. So it's more of like an undershirt that gentle means can wear underneath their bougie suit, or like you can just wear it wherever. But it wasn't a non-breathable. It was like a pad-ish. There was allegedly like 3 layers of polymer that went into that specific area. Everybody went out. Surprisingly, even Lori did this long speech. She was like, and then she was like, but I'm out. Robert, love Robert, did do it. $700,000 for 25%. And I was like, wow, that's a leap. But they did go for it. So, I mean, whatever. Mark's annoying comment of the pitch was,
You're not a company. You're not a t-shirt, whatever. You're a marketing company.
And I'm like, how are they a marketing company? They're marketing themselves, but like their product is the t-shirt. I don't understand how you took this t-shirt situation.
And we're like, it's marketing. That's your company.
No, they never. What? And it's been mentioned in other episodes too, where they're like, oh, you think you're so smart, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure he is, but that's what he likes to shove down people's throats. He's like, I'm so smart, so I'm going to give you a 25-minute spiel about nonsense, and then be like, anyways, on to the next product. Hey, crew. So there's 2 other products. They're boring. I personally don't even remember what they were, but it was simple, like, I'm out. So in the last one, it was like this weird kitchen tool, and he had worked in bougie kitchens. Then he was like, no, I want to feed like real hungry people, like legit, I want to be part of a bigger cause. So he worked in kind of like soup kitchen style, and then he decided to design a better kitchen tool, and Lori took it, and I was like, good for you, Lori. Good for you. I don't know. It's lost some steam. So I think I'm just going to chill. This might be the end. If there is one episode in this next time. Actually, no, I should go to bed because I have a meeting tomorrow that I have to be awake and, making sense to. So I'm probably going to go to bed. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. I can do more of them. If I, watch it again tomorrow and decide to get into some more wine, that's probably not a good idea. But if you're interested in me doing some ravey reviews about things I'm watching and hearing and blah, 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 then let me know in the comments. And whenever I decide to bust out some wine or some bougie bev, then I can, invite you guys in on this train. So there's a lot of fur on my face because I was holding Gwendol. Gross. But anyways, that's it for now. So